Okay, Math 90, this is section 4.2, and we're just going to keep going with what we started in section 4.1. We need to be able to graph 2 points for this equation, y equals 2x plus 1. Now, in 4.1, they gave us an x and a y, or they gave us an x, or they gave us just a y. Here, you pick which x you want to use. And I usually tell people, make it easy on yourself and pick lower numbers. You don't have to, but I like to use like 1, 2, or 3. Or some people like to use 0, but you pick which x you want to use. So I need 2 points, okay? So I don't know, I like to make this table. Okay. It's my XY chart or table. And let's see. I can pick any x in the world, so I'm going to pick 3. So if x is 3, I need to find y. So we'll do what we did in the last section. We'll take y equals 2 times 3. I'm just following my equation. Plus 1, and we'll see what y is. So this is 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1. So y is 7. So here's 1.37. Here's 1 point that works or satisfies that equation. They want 2. Okay? So we're gonna pick another x, or I'm gonna pick another x, because I need 2 points. They want 2 points. Pick another x. Okay, let's see. How about, let's go, this time I'm gonna go -2. Okay. So I'm gonna do the same thing, and I'm gonna plug -2 into my equation. This is still my equation, and I'm going to plug in -2 in for x now and work it out. Let's see what this y is going to be. So what's 2 times -2? -4 plus 1. What is -4 plus 1? It's going to be negative because I have more with the -4, right? So I subtract and I get -3. So I know that if x is -2, I just found y to be -3. So here are my 2 points, 3, 7, and -2, -3. And there's millions of points that are going to work for y equals 2x plus 1. You can pick any x's you want. I picked 3 and -2. You can pick 0 and 1. You can choose 10 and 20. You can use 0 and 100, whatever you want. Just make sure you work it out and get the y that goes with it. Okay? So let's try another one like that. So and they will graph the points for you. It says graph 2 points. Forgot to tell you that in the last problem. They will graph those 2 points we found for you automatically when you're doing your Hawks homework. Let's try one with a fraction. Okay, so I want 2 points for this equation, y equals -1/2 x plus 4. So again, I'm going to make an xy table, and again, you choose x. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, since I'm looking at this fraction that's in front of my x, and I see it's -1/2. So since I have a 2 in the denominator, and I know 2 goes into all numbers that are even, I'm going to pick some even numbers. Okay, I'm going to pick an even number for x. So let's say I'm going to pick x is, what's a good even number? 6. So I'm going to pick x is 6. You can pick whatever you want. You can pick any even number you want, or if you don't want to choose an even, you don't have to. But because 2 is in the denominator, it would be a lot easier to pick an even number. I'm just kind of giving you little tricks to help. So I'm going to take my equation and I'm going to multiply the -1/2 times 6, and I'm going to put a 1 underneath it. Remember, we've done that before. So I'm just taking this equation and I'm plugging in 6. I picked 6. You pick whatever you want for x, and that number you pick is going in for x. So y equals -1/2 times 6/1, and I'm just making the 6 into a fraction by putting a 1 underneath it, and then I'm adding 4. So let's see what we get. Y equals, I'm just going to multiply across and get -6/2 plus 4. Or you can cancel that 2 and that 6 if you want. And so what's -6 divided by 2? Well, that's -3. And -3 plus 4 is 1. So if x is 6, my y is 1. So 6, 1 is a point that satisfies or will work for this equation. Now here's 1 point, but Hawks wants me to do 2. Okay? So if that one's okay, I need to pick another x. Okay. So I picked my first x was an even number, and it's 6, and I'm going to do another even. So what if I did, I'm going to pick another even, I'm going to do, let's see, -10. Okay, so what if x is -10? Could we find y and get the full point? So again, I'm going to write my equation, and in for the x, I'm going to put -10/1 plus 4. I'm just following the equation that we have been using. Okay. So here I can cancel the 2 with the 10, or I can multiply straight across. People seem to like it when I multiply straight across. What's negative 1 times negative 10? Negative times a negative is a positive. And 2 times 1 is just 2. And what's 10 divided by 2? That's just 5. And what's 5 plus 4? So, my y is 9. So I'm going to come and put this 9 in my table. So here's another point that satisfies my equation y equals negative half x plus 4. Negative 10, if x is negative 10, y is 9. Okay, so I'm going to graph those two. I know, just to give you a picture of what it's going to look like. Hawks will do it for you when you plug those in, when you punch those in using your keypad. So I'm just going to graph. Here's my graph paper that I gave you on D2L. So I'm going to graph 6, 1. So over 6 and up 1. So there's my 6, 1. And like I said, Hawks will do this for you. And I'm going to do negative 10, 9. Whoa. Negative 10 is all the way down here and up 9. And then what Hawks will do is they will connect, oh, I hope I can do this. They will connect, hey, close, they will connect the 2 points. And as we can see, it's a line. So once you give Hawks the 2 points, they will plot them for you on the plane, and then they will draw the graph, and it does come out to be a line. So that's all for this part 1. I will catch you in the next video, which is part 2.